Hello, my Scorpios, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. And of course, I am Debbie. So we're reading for May 26th through June 1st, Friday through Thursday. Now, I've done an overview. The universe says it's my way or the highway. Take a peek at it because we got some changes happening. We are now in Gemini season. And of course, remember that these are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I feel like, okay, so your southern node energy, your Scorpio is in the south node. It's about karma, it's about past history. I feel like there's going to be a lot of breakthrough energy for that. It's like a lot of those things that have been tying you up, a lot of those things that have been holding you back, because you're coming towards the end of that. You're going to be switched. The nodes are going to be switching over. So you've got like a month and a half before this really switches. This is your make or break moments, okay? So let's see what we've got going on. But yeah, I feel it's a very positive vibe for you, and it's going to be a very cleansing, a very clearing. And again, I'm kind of getting a lot of cleansing. I'm getting a lot of clarity in a lot of my readings, but yours is a lot of cleansing and clearing. And a card has fallen down. Let's see if I can pick this up. Hold on a second. Okay, move. Let's see. So when the cards fall, generally means they want to be seen. So that's when they pop out. So let's see what we've got going on for you. Okay, higher power, Holy Spirit. What else would you have for our Scorpios? Scorpios, I'm getting good vibes from my Scorpios. You might you still have some work to do. You do still have to clean up, but I'm getting good vibes. And a shout out to Cheryl. I met her at my booth, so shout out to you, Cheryl. Hopefully you heard this and you joined. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Higher power, Holy Spirit. What do we have here for my Scorpios? So we have this that popped. I do not know what it is. It has been face down. Now, let's see. Okay. Nothing is reversed. Here we go. This is the one that fell on the ground. The Four of Water. Okay, so we have the Four of Water. Four is stability, organization, and leadership. Water is our cup energy. It is your energy. It is also Pisces energy. It's also Cancer's energy. Now, we do have some stuff going on with Pisces. What did I say? It was going to be square. Saturn in Pisces was squaring with Gemini. I think that was on the 26th. So there is this kind of irritation happening at around that time. Again, I talked about that in the overview. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional, spiritual, very flowing energy. The Four of Water is kind of in that waiting game. You're waiting. You're not necessarily happy with where you're at, but you're not necessarily ready to move forward. So while you're waiting, it's also that you're not really ready yet. And remember, preparation to meet opportunity is, the definition of luck. You're waiting. There is more to come. You're not necessarily looking over to see. You're not looking to search it out. You're just waiting. You're kind of in this position where you can feel things changing, but you're not really wanting to make those changes with it, or you're not really willing to put the energies into these changes. It kind of goes along with what I was just saying. It's like, no, I want these things to change, but I don't necessarily want to move forward in that direction. So you're waiting. Things are changing around you. There's just some stagnant water. You're just kind of like, I'm just not ready. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. Missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. Again, you're waiting. What the thing I'm getting with this is you're not wanting to make the changes. You're not wanting to make the changes. You would like the changes to be made for you, but the way you want it to be. You're like, nope, I don't like how this is, so I'm just not moving. I'm not moving. Okay, next card. The World. Well, the World says you have to move. Things have to come to an end. Things have to move forward. It's not necessarily the Wheel of Fortune, which is really things will move, But this is all about is a 21. So we have the 2 choices, decisions. We have a 1, new beginning. 2 plus 1 is a 3. 3, celebration, creation. It's the power of 3. Major arcana, Michael, Archangel Michael, the warrior, the leader of the warrior angels, also the protector, the defender of the angels. So we've got this, I'm waiting. And, and there's this, if you think back to the 4 of Cups, there's this divine hand saying, here, look, come on, look. And you're kind of like, nope, not ready to look, not willing to look. And the world is just basically saying, come on, just open your eyes a little bit more, turn your head, reach out. Things are there for you. Again, I kind of just get this stagnant energy here, and the world is saying, take a break, take a risk, move, take an action, do something, because things are shifting. Now, again, they could be shifting around you per se, but it's like, just look and see what's coming. There's wonderful things happening. Okay, the world is a beautiful, wonderful energy, and it's a wonderful energy here. You just have to open your arms, open your eyes to the possibilities. A job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude. The path towards enlightenment. Your next card here, awakening. So it's interesting that we have the 2-1 and we have the 1-2. So 1 again, new beginning, 10 transition, 2 choices. This is the hanged man energy. This is Gabriel, the divine messenger. So, you could be hearing some news that the awakening, the hanged man is saying, again, this goes back to this 4. You just have to look at things as, it's kind of like, you're just sitting there. You're not moving. You're not taking an action. There's so much out there for you. This is a good time for you, my Scorpios. This is a wonderful thing, but you have to make a move. And then the Gabriel, the hanged man, is just saying, just look at things a little bit differently. Be willing to give up what you think you're wanting. Be willing to embrace the possibilities of other things. It's kind of like, it's like narrow vision. It's tunnel vision, and the world and the awakening is saying you've got to widen your vision. You've got to, there's more out there for you. You're just doing this, and there's so much more for you. Okay, so this could be that time that you actually do change your perspective. It could be. It's a really positive possibility for you, or you can sit there and just kind of like, what is it? Just like, what is it, little Sally Saucer sitting in the water. So, basically, that's a very old nursery rhyme. And, you can take action. You can make a move. You can change. You can look around. You can open your eyes. Look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So the energies, and again, we have the 2-1-1-2, which I think it's a good mirror energy. We have a 4 also. So let's see what we've got going on here. So there's much, open your eyes to the possibilities, my Scorpios. You don't want to be sitting in the water. You don't want to be just, crying and what is my mom would say, you don't want to cry in your beer. Here, let's see what let's see what we've got here. Higher power. Let's see what we've got going on. So we have this one flipped for us. This is reversed and kind of, so this is a 15. It's major arcana. 15 is 555, change. 1 plus, we have the 10 again, 1, 10, and then we have the 5. 1 plus 5 is a 6. 6 is the number of man, the energy you put into something. This is the devil card. This is the card of fear. This is the, the ego card. This is, I don't want to move. And this is, maybe you're stuck in this 4 of water. And, like I said, with the node, it's like you have to make some move. You have to make some changes. Remember what I always tell you, fear is a tool of the devil. Tries to keep you from moving forward. Ego is also a tool. No, I don't deserve this, or I should, or I deserve better. Ego is also something that keeps you from moving. So this might be something, Maybe there is some shadow work that you need to do, my Scorpios. Maybe you have to look into maybe that part that that you haven't really wanted to look at. But the thing about it is I'm getting at that connection with this and the Four of Water. It's like I don't want to move, but there's so much out there. There is so much out there for you to embrace. Okay, so it's an interesting energy for you, my Scorpios. You know you're always interesting to me. You always bring me something that's like, oh, my Scorpios, where, what? Because, I love my Scorpios. I'd love things to be wonderfully easy for you, but life in itself is not easy. So there's a lot of facing fears. There's a lot of looking in the mirror and facing ourselves. And once we do that, once we face those things, there's so much freedom out there. There's so many possibilities out there. Okay, so have you ever been afraid to, like, oh, I'm quitting a job, but I'm afraid to give in my notice, and then you wait, and then it's like, no, in order to give 2 weeks notice, I have to do it, and then once it's done, and you're like, oh, I did it. Why didn't I do it earlier? Okay, so angels of abundance, What else do we have for our Scorpios? What good words do you have to give to our Scorpios? Angels of abundance. So facing fears is going to be, but once you do it, it's changing, life changing. Okay, let's go on here. Let's see what we've got. Angels of abundance. Bountiful nature. I love that one. Spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration, because this one is a low vibration. This one is not a high vibration. This is a lower vibration too. These two are lower vibrations. So spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree, garden, sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. I love that. Sometimes I'll tell people, go hug a tree. Okay, let's see what we have. I am going to do the angel answers, but before we do that, let's see what crystal or energy would be helpful for my Scorpios. What would be helpful for our Scorpios? Crystal or energy for our Scorpios? Raising vibrations, my Scorpios. That Four of Water, Four of Cups, and the 15, the Temptation, Devil card. It is about facing fears, but there's so much wonderful things out there for you. Face your fears, move on. Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. Face the ego, move on. Okay, crystal or energy for my Scorpios. Moss, agate, new beginnings, nature connection, animal allies, also security. Okay, so now get ready. We're going to do the angel answers. We'll see. Remember, this is fun. This is just for fun, but let's get your question ready. Ask your question. Holy Spirit, what answer can we give our Scorpios? And again, this is for fun, but still, I do find that it does give me pretty correct answers. I just don't always like the answers. So let's see what we have here. Remain positive. Remain positive. Yeah, this has negative energy. All of this is positive energy. Remain positive, my Scorpios. Things are about to shift. Things are about to, like I said, the world is about to open up. Anyway, my Scorpios, please do me a favor, comment, let me know, hit miss, that's okay. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, clicking on the bell for notifications. It does help. It helps a whole lot. If you're watching me on Rumble, please rumble me. As always, though, my Scorpios, always know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.